Hope you guys over there. Hello everyone, welcome back to Tyranny. Thank you everybody joining me on Twitch tonight. And everyone watching on the V-streams as we continue the game. Tune your hype. So I'm pretty tired tonight. It's going to be a 1.5 hour session at the most. Be nice today, huh? Be nice today. 8 days until the edict. It's not quite right, is it? Let me just, oh god. Oh god. I regret everything. Okay. So. Got a couple of quests to do. Let's have a look. Gonna press J. Nice, okay. So. Kill everyone. Kill everyone. Interesting, interesting. I'll see what I can do. Yeah, so the shipment of iron bound for the disfavored camp went missing, and that's at Echo Call Crossing. Which also leads us here. Echo Call Crossing must be taken before Karis's forces can press their attack on Veldrin's Well Citadel. Help the disfavored subdue the rebels and take control of the crossing. Oh yeah, but the remote settlement's where we're going, isn't it? Because that's where I might be able to get some recruits for the Scarlet Chorus. So we'll do that one first. So the Scarlet Chorus are attempting to secure the outer ring of Veldrin's Wall. You need to help them deal with the rebel forces in the area before Karis's armies can safely march upon the Citadel. So the Scarlet Chorus is an ongoing operation in Tripnettle, which hasn't proven successful. Speak with the fifth eye of the Scarlet Chorus camp to see what you can do to assist. That's what we're going to do. We're going to find the fifth eye. They're around here somewhere. Oh, I'm sneaking. I don't want to sneak. There you are. V, there's an important thing in this camp. What do you mean, thing? Person? Loot? Scroll sit here glowing with magical energy. Oh! Cool, I just learned a new spell called Sign of Illusion. That it? I got it? Hello, Fifth Eye. The binder of Tunon arrives. Not the person you're about to talk to. Yeah, that's where the quest led me. Squealing with a teenager's timbre, the Fifth Eye's voice makes your gums itch, and your fingernails feel in need of a trim. At trim. There you go. There's a typo in there. And we just finished having a bit of sport with some camp tips. But worry not, we'll have more fun with another batch momentarily. Dressed in one of the bronze red regalia of the Crimson Spears, the Fifth Eye beckons you to stand close. wagging a blood-splattered glove. Alright, what are the Crimson Spears? Crimson Spears are the personal gang of the Voices of Narat. These top enforcers of the chorus answer only to the Archon of Secrets, and all gang members must follow their orders as if they were the words of the Archon of Secrets himself. In contrast to the poorly equipped mobs they command, the Crimson Spears are armed with fine bronze and rigorous training. Their skills are regularly tested by rivals for their status. The Scarlet Chorus, even the top gang leaders must be ready to prove their strength if they wish to lead. Yeah, makes sense. Now that you've issued this edict and doomed us all to die, have you got to help us climb out of this hole? Chirps of laughter emanate from under the mask. I'm not here to follow every order, but we must work together to stop this edict. I have other things to do. I trust you're getting your warriors ready for battle. We know the Oathbreakers are focused on the citadel beneath the mountain spire, but we have learned this is not their only nest. The fifth eye wags a hand in the air with a high-pitched squeal of displeasure. Given their pattern of attacks, they must have a second group to maintain the camp here in the outer valley, and unless we deal with the second group, they'll attack from behind the moment we cross the river. So we could remain silent. We could say you have a larger force, and for all these weeks you've let the enemy move freely through the valley. Although it is favoured to think you can't control your horde, that many are defecting back to the Veldrin Guard, which is, to be honest, probably true. So let's go with that one. Wrong! And perhaps he gestures with his spear in an arc towards the sprawling camp. It is no mean feat to herd these many desperate lives. For every 2 hands of humanity, there's at least 1 finger that snaps from the stress of our ways. A few have been lost on the margins, I won't deny it. But if you store grain, expect some rat feces. If you lead killers, expect some desertion. Alright, we can follow up with this as well. So you've had all this time, all this force for all these weeks. You've let the enemy move freely through the valley. I'm hurt. An insult my manners or maturity, but I do not insinuate that I sit idle when there's blood to be shed. The Crimson Spear claps his fist together. We have dealt with countless Oathbreakers, but one group remains at large despite our best efforts. Captain Polox's crew constantly evades or kills our own gangs. I did. Bless him. Though he still likes me. So that's good. And while a good old-fashioned slaughter would be an efficient solution, the smarter answer is not to kill them, but to add their strength to ours. My last group of scouts returned with a new batch of prisoners, and one of these prisoners claims she can lead us to Veldrin Guard's secondary camp, though there are shreds of deception in her voice. I could use your help in questioning this Variah Kell. She's called Variah Kell. That's a cool name. I bet you she's a joinable NPC. And perhaps you will get less screams and tears and more useful information out of her. If we knew where to ambush the Oathbreakers, we could try and take their captain and show him the wisdom of joining the chorus. Yeah, why not just ask the Archon of Secrets? I thought you could interrogate anything. Gain the wrath of Scarlet Chorus, oh my god. An unintelligible mutter escapes from under the fifth eye's mask as his posture stiffens. Okay, but because we got the favor 1, we get this response, which I really kind of like. And I'm sure you can drink all manner of cider, but that doesn't mean you'll drink every barrel of cider in sight. A boring, insignificant mind is a waste of the Archon's efforts. I don't know, some would. I've known the Archon, this is verse, to demand personal interrogations, but it's only ever been with leaders, mages, and others of great merit. I've often imagined the interrogation process is not to be taken lightly. Perhaps it's downright exhausting for Nerat. Alright, interesting. Good to know. Yes, did be. Alright, I shall speak to the prisoner. Meet you there. She's waiting by the other prisoners. Over here. Yep. There she is. No rush. Nice spear, though. Let this Fatebinder speak with our catch of the day. Very well. Alright, let's give it a save. Not that I'm going to reload if I do it wrong, but... Alright, Variah Kell, please, someone! Alright, she didn't say anything, so I don't think she is a joinable NPC. In fact, if it says Wrath, she isn't a joinable NPC, okay? If it says Fear, I think she is. And that's how it works. Please, someone! I wish to bow before the voices of the rat. I thought I could find redemption in the chorus. The woman in the makeshift armor of the Veldran Guard lurches forward in agony. Her soiled, trembling legs suggest she has been forced to stand for days. Yikes. This one, he flippantly waves at the prisoner, was hollering earlier that she knows the location of the Veldran Guard encampment, but she hasn't been entirely honest. The reputation display is kind of spoilery. You mean for that particular mechanic? Or what? Yeah, okay, for that mechanic I agree, yeah, it is. But at the same time it's kind of okay, because in the Baldur's Gate games you know, when you met someone you kind of knew they were an NPC usually, so yeah. So I mean I'm not too worried about it. Usually, like, joinable NPCs stand out a mile when you meet them anyway. So, you know, in most RPGs. Very rarely have we sort of come across one in a game, or at least I have. And I've been like, oh, she can join the party, or he can join the... Oh, I didn't realize that. You know, usually you kind of know when you meet them. So I don't think it's a massive flaw. But she hasn't been entirely honest. I'm told this thing... The prisoner turns pale a moment before a look of determination comes over her face. That I wanted a guarantee that I'd live and to be welcomed into the chorus as a captain, then I'll talk. Otherwise, they'll just kill me once I've opened up. I was dumb enough to join the Veldran Guard, but I'm not dumb enough to give away my bargain in bronze. Cool. Yeah, like awful. So tell me what you know, and I can see to your release. It's on the list. Foul Scald. What about Realms of Arcania? You claim you would disavow your people for the Scarlet Chorus. Why the change of heart? Why should I trust the words of an Oathbreaker? Let's go with the middle one. Because I want to live, and you don't need to be the Archon of Premonitions to know that the younger realms are gone for good. She blinks several times, catching her breath. Kairos is the new strength in the tears, and I would rather stand with his Archons than be crushed by them. Why should I trust you? Suppose I have no answer for that. Varia's eyes fall to the ground, and she swallows nervously. When I joined with the Veldran Guard, I accepted their broken vow to myself. Have you not felt passion for a foolish cause, one you later came to regret? Well, my surrender is sincere. I'm willing to bow before the voices of Murat to prove it. Alright, well, tell me what you know and I can see to your release. I heard the chorus is looking for Captain Pelox Florian and his crew. I can lead you to them only if you release me. She turns her head, taking a long look at skewered and smouldering corpses around her. She tugs at her restraints, but to no avail. Alright, subterfuge 30. You're lying. Why don't you tell me what you actually know, and I'll see about saving you. Yeah. Well, you see, shaken by your demand, her lips move wordlessly for several seconds. So I don't know exactly where the rest of my crew is, but I can tell you, she shakes her head, catching her breath. Search that one. She reaches up with her right leg and points with her foot, calling the attention of nearby corpses. The tall, dark one missing most of his fake. Check his left boot. He was the illiterate one from our crew. He had the orders. With a snap of his fingers, the pair of choirmen yank the boot off the fallen guardsman. A rolled parchment slides out the boot and is thrust into the fifth eye's hands. He unfurls the scroll to give it a read. It's just nonsense, just a mash of words. Laughter erupts from under the mask. She said she had information. She gives us garbage. Slay this wretch for wasting our time. He snaps his fingers at nearby Scarlet Fury, who promptly snatches a long knife from her belt. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it could be garbage, but it could be a code. You know, it could still be useful. But I heard her say she'd swear fealty to the voices of Narat and initiation rite would be in order. I'm going to go with that, because we are lawful. So, and that is the law for these guys. So, I'm going to point that out. That, you know, you can't really pick and choose if that's the law. Yeah, I don't think I like that, but hey. Seeing as you're an expert in the subject of fate, I will entertain your wisdom on the matter. What then would you propose we do with her? So we could ask her to kill the two of the guardsmen with something blunt, send her back as our agent. When the time comes, she will aid us or we'll track down her kin. You're wasting a good slave. Work her until she's broken and feed her to the pigs. Bloody hell. Let's... Because we're going to win anyway. Let's do this one. Yeah, 3's really grim. And I like the fact that it's there, because this is one of those games that you can do that. And it's almost, you know, canon that you would. But let's send her back. Let's actually release her. She can go back to the camp, and then when we finally find them, you know, she can help us out. Let's go with that. They're not going to like it. They are not going to like it at all. They do like it. Oh, god damn it. I pressed the wrong one. I pressed the wrong one. Fine. Let's test her loyalty. Freya, kill these guardsmen with something blunt. Let's go with that one instead then. I could load. Hiya, Spooky. How goes? How are you? Well, I can't load now, guys. You're all like, oh, well. Alright, I haven't read this. I will load. But hang on, it's not letting me. It's not letting me load. It's not letting me do it. Still not letting me load. But I haven't read any of that, so it's not really any spoilers or anything. God's sakes! See, it's not letting me. It's not letting me do it. So we'll just go with it. Maybe load later. But yeah, but I'll have to do all this again. This is why I shouldn't play games tired, because I can't be bothered. So I'm just going to go with it. So we missed that bit, sadly, because it's not on the log anymore. But hey. See, if I could load now, I'd love to. But I'm just gonna roll with it. So we're no closer to finding the Oathbreaker's position, not with this cryptic mess. So I guess she did it. Not with this cryptic mess. She promised us answers, and all she gave us was gibberish. Here's Lantry. Sorry to interrupt, but I highly doubt it's gibberish. More likely it's one of the local scripts. The voice comes from another prisoner tied up next to Varaya. An old gentleman with the squirrels, ink vials, and parchment scrolls.
New species of creature has entered your dungeon.
The Weekend Slice. Thank you very, very much for the follow. You are now one of the people. Ink smudges cover his cheeks, temples, and ears. His clothes appear charred. Between the rips of fabric, you spot burn scars along his arms. Despite being emaciated and tied to a post, he offers a beaming smile. Aha! All right, right. Can you read this?
Let me see.
Also the voice.
I can't.
You hold the parchment in front of the bound sage, and his eyes dart down the length of the missive. He reads the words a second time, nodding in silence. Sage, one of the longest surviving schools of magic in the Tiers. The School of Ink and Quill is a venerable institution devoted to the acquisition and preservation of knowledge, or so the sages profess, putting more of their energy towards amassing knowledge than disseminating it. They began their scriptorium in 17 TR, and through a series of incremental expansions, the structure became the Velum Citadel, only to be known as the Burning Library after Kairos's Edict of Fire brought ruination, 400 years later. Not all sages know magic, but those that have mastered the guild's traditional spells can employ magic of protection and preservation. It is a poorly kept secret that sages have gradually acquired a wide array of magic practiced by rival mages over the generations.
I don't know exactly what it says, but I'm half certain that's Sage Selwyn's handwriting. I'm sure I could decipher that in a few hours' time. Don't need my hands free, but I think better when not tied to a post. I know, I'm weird that way.
A few hours? Either you can't read it or you cannot. What use is a sage that doesn't know his letters? I've heard all I need to hear. I say we have some fun with this one. So I can't give him a few hours. Your life depends on you translating this scroll now. Another useless prisoner, dispose of him. Do it now!
I would love to help. I just need some time. That's written in another sage's shorthand. I'd have to sit down with it, or better yet, compare it to a piece of his writing I have stashed on me somewhere. If I sat down with it while sufficiently sober, it's highly probable I'd figure it out.
Hiya, Space Pagan. How's it going?
Sober? Since when do we share the good stuff with the prisoners?
Oh, nobody shared. Right before I was taken prisoner, I imbibed several vials of reagents. I wanted to be numb and disconnected when my captors used me for carnal catharsis. It's made these last few days tied to a post almost enjoyable.
Well, he might know something, so can't hurt to give him a few hours. You read the edict. I don't need to tell you. The sundial is working against us. This adult old bag is just trying to stall us. The Viceroy will be upset to know you squandered a source of enemy intelligence. How true? Then we shan't put him to waste. He will serve as the most riveting source of amusement as we put him on trial.
Fatebinder, I beseech you, be my advocate for this trial. I'm no fool. I know the chorus uses blood, not words, to settle these matters. But you are a servant of the Archon of Justice, are you not?
He obviously has useful information, yet you're willing to let him die for sport?
Clearly you need an education in Scarlet Chorus justice. Anything that satisfies their sick amusement is fair play. If the conquest is any judge, there are no limits to their depravity.
Yep. Part of them.
Did Graven Ash castrate you during recruitment, or do you just not know the meaning of the word fun? I'm actually curious.
With a shake of his head, the fifth eye gives you a shrug. Is it not obvious? If he is a true enemy of the Overlord, he will perish by our blades. If he can survive, then he is strong, and the strong lead. Thus, his crimes will not be crimes, but simply the actions of the mighty. Well, he's not to understand. This isn't alchemy. Yeah, I see. So yeah, he's not a fighter. So if he gets put on this trial, he instantly lose, because the Scarlet Chorus are all about you have to be a mighty warrior or you're nothing. So if we be his champion, at least we adhere to their rules. But I could always just try and pull rank, which may or may not work. He obviously knows something that's going to be useful. And I think my character, I mean, regardless of the fact that he's like a general NPC, my character, like, it really values information. She thinks, she's definitely a thinker in that regard. And because this guy might know something that'll help us, and so in the long run speed things up, she'll want to keep this guy alive. The thing is, if I fight for him, I'm not much of a fighter either. My fighting style is to hide behind this guy and debuff and damage the other fighters, the fighters, their enemies. So, because of that, I'm going to try this one. Release the prisoner at once. I'm taking him into my custody. Not a chance. He's our prisoner. If you think you can crack the information we need out of his skull without troubling the Archon, that's one thing, but you're not walking out of here with our property. So we could do this, but my character's not. This athletics, I reckon, is him, not me, and he wouldn't do that. I forget this guy's name, but he wouldn't do this. I don't think my character has athletics 32, but I do have law 32, which is much more my sort of thing, or Valeria's sort of thing, which is true. But my character's law, he could swear fealty to me and become my sworn vassal, my property.
A most clever technicality. And I would happily serve the Archon of Justice's warrior. Especially if it means getting out of this mess without a perforated lung.
So they're not gonna like this. Silence, old man. Oh wow, okay. He's not gonna do it. Good luck bowing to the Fatebinder with your head pulled from your neck. The fifth eye jabs a finger at you. The chorus earned this prisoner right and proper. If you want to rob him from me, go ahead. But all will know you are the sort of Fatebinder to take as you please. So we can get him this way. It's really going to damage our... If we fight, we will get the respect of the Scarlet Chorus a bit more. Or we could just have them hand him over. And just chance it. I'd like to have actual combat here. Likely he massively quit. He could back awful. What sort of the faction do you like so far? Well, my character I think really aligns herself with the Disfavored a lot more than the Scarlet Chorus, because she's all about she's evil. You know, she's not a nice person, but she's lawful. And these guys aren't very lawful. They're like a rabble. But she does like recognize their usefulness in everything. You know, they are an asset. Yeah, favor 2, not met. I wonder how close we were. Not very. If I do the fight, I'll probably lose. I think it's in character to just say hand him over. They're not going to like it. Lost favor and gained wrath. A low growl rumbles from underneath his mask as he mulls over your comment. Fine. As a gesture of goodwill to an ally, you can have this stupid sage. Now be gone. You are sucking the joy out of my camp.
Thank you. Oh, I thought I was going to wind up as another corpse in that pile. Now, hand me that parchment. The sooner I can find out what it says, the sooner I can get out of this place.
Well, much of the parchment was weathered, but I could make out the important parts of the text. The note makes mention of a meeting spot west of Tripnettle. Ooh, Tripnettle Wilderness is now unlocked on the world map. So the old sage knows his words after all. I'd ask that you travel ahead to see if you can get this Captain Florian to yield to the chorus. They will strike at first sight of a chorus gang, but perhaps they will parley if yours is the face they see. I know the area, and I suggest we go at once. I'll show you the way. I'm eager to be far from the stench of this camp. You're offering to come with me? Why? Because the alternative is, what, living here with these illiterate brutes? My old study is a river of fire, and there's no family missing me. Talk to the other people in the camp. But I did last time, Litzel. Before you leave. I have! I mean, I'll do it again, but this is the last people I talked to. Unless things have changed since here. You didn't talk to the trainers. Oh my god, I didn't talk to the trainers and shops. Okay, so, alright. Besides, I'd much rather chronicle the binder that twice proclaimed a edict of Kairos to be I'd be a fool to let someone else write your story. You want to chronicle me? Well, of course. Even the Burning Library is never... even if the Burning Library is never rebuilt, our work to chronicle the days and events needn't cease. And you're a noteworthy player in this whole war. I can't think of another living fate binder. Uh-oh, Dilashu. What have you done? In this whole war. Can't think of another living bit finder that has been twice given the honour of a proclamation. So the Burning Library is the Vellum Citadel, the archive of the ancestral home of the sages, now a state of volcanic crater. Eruptions of lava began during the conquest of the Tiers after Kairos's forces failed to claim the library from in the Overlord's name. Kairos cast an edict of fire to break the siege and rid the world of the forbidden knowledge stored there. The citadel has been a smouldering ruin ever since. Just turned it into a... well, yeah, turned it into a volcano. Swear fealty to me, and I will let you leave this place with me. If that is your price, I will pay it. Sage, Lantry of the School of Ink and Quill do pledge my service and skein, whatever that is, to the Fate Binder, and by extension to the court of Tunon. He dips into a steep bow before rising with a solemn smile. I know I may seem old and frail, but I know how to step lightly and how not to get killed. Really, I won't slow you down. Lead the way and let me know if I can be of service. Are we done here? Let's hightail it to Tripnettle. If your new pet doesn't behave himself along the way, I'm not above clipping his ears. Got a new friend. Level 3? Oh, level 3. We got him early, apparently. Okay. Plus 10 control life. Interesting. Determines the character's ability to draw and control spells that use the sigil of life. Yeah, so he's a healer, as somebody said. That's good, though. We like that. Yeah, healing is always good. Yeah, spell strength and more healing, I guess. We'll just go with that. Yep. Quill, Sage, or Preservation? Oh, okay. So she throws quills. Interesting. So he's already got this, I think. Improves the control life spell. Control vigor. Control life seems important, right? Because control life seems to be the magic school or something? Control vigor. Yeah, let's go with that one then. And vigor's buffs, alright. Yeah, let's go a healing. Alright, we gotta talk to people. Scarlet Furies. I know. The shop. Upon noticing your approach, the merchant straightens his posture and smiles. What an honor! The name Snigger Dagos, originally from the relative tranquility of the Northern Empire, and I've since accepted a nomadic life for the sake of keeping Karis' forces supplied with only the finest goods, local and imported. Alright, let's see what you've got. Alright, not much, but let me know if you see anything that piques your interest. So we've got a couple of things that we need to sell. Pretty sure. Head wrap as well, yeah, get rid of that. Although maybe he can use it now. No, I think I'll just get rid of it. Raw meat. Beastmen can consume raw meat without the risk of illness, which tells me there's a beastman companion in the game, but we don't need that right now, do we? Removes a random hostile effect. That seems pretty good. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of the... I'll keep that just in case type thing. You know how it is. And these are all to sell. Healing potions? Yeah. Okay. See what equipment you've got anyway, sir. Probably not much, really, thinking about it. Sold quite a bit. Scholar's robes. And some boots. And we can pop this on as well. Barry, that's your name. Alright. Not buying sigils. Oh yeah. Well, I'm thinking about the money, you know. It's a lot of money. And I've already kind of upgraded my spells and haven't really used them yet. Well, I made one a bit. Some of them you can't get later. Yeah, this costs 14 and I've only got 18. So I do have enough to get them. Spells are great in this game. Alright, I'll get them. Let's not make this a Liddell plays Tyranny though, yeah?
Graven Ash protects.
A little bit meta, but I know you're trying to help. It's a difficult balance to make. Oh, do we have to actually read them in there? So wait, so... Alright, I'll save. That's a good idea. So if I learn it, does that mean that, like, he can't learn it? Or are they just, like, things that we learn and we can add to any spell? Yeah, I know, that's cool, Lizzle. Because obviously we can both learn these. It's a party unlock. Okay. So we've got sign of vigor here. The expression is single targets near the caster. Create spells that affect targets within the cone in front of the caster. Let's try that. So a Surge of Glory is a buff that increases damage, 30% damage for 20 seconds. I like that. So law required 40. I don't know how much law he's got. Law skill 46. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, so I can't put that on it. 65 for the accuracy. Okay, that's not going to matter too much. All right, I like this. Yeah, this works out pretty well. This is really intuitive and really good. Damn it, I lost it though. All right, so we'll go with vigor. We'll go with the cone, and we'll just make it. Good, I guess. Illusion, huh? Dragonster, hello. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing? So let's see. So those who master the sigil of illusion are skilled in the arts of deceit and trickery, using its powers to misdirect and confuse their targets at critical moments. Often derided by combat mages for its inability to kill outright, those who specialize in illusion know its powers can turn the tide of any battle. It merely requires someone smart enough to know how to use it. Right, so we'll add that. Probably on like a single entity. Single target. Okay. Making them... Okay, so it's a buff, right. So we don't really need the range or the accuracy then, do we? Distant targets. We might as well make it distant. Sat around a special bubble after church. Got close victory with your Poles over the Swedish. Oh, your Kislevs! Well done. Okay. Good with that. Alright, what else are we doing? There's something else you said. Oh, talk to this dude. How do I do that? How do I do that? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, they all have this little thing. Okay. Alright, speak to Lantry. Lantry stops his stride, darting his hands about his bandolier and belt as he softly mouths off a mental inventory of inks and quills. When at last assured his possessions are in place, he looks up at you with a smile. What might I do for you? If you're going to be traveling with me, I need to know more about you. Understandable request. Let's see. Born in Sunder, no kids. What few belongings of fatherly love I got in my heart are satisfied by taking care of carrier birds. Learned my sigils and spells about 30 years back. Being able to defend myself has opened a life of field study, and haven't gone tired of wandering just yet. I've written on a manner of subjects, magic, birds, language, geometry, but my main focus has been chronicling. I find there's no finer pursuit than recording the events of our times. There will always be legends of what happened. Someone ought to be making a note of the real thing. Aside from that, I don't know. I practiced centering stunts, draw portraits, make my own inks. I have a sharp aversion to autobiography. I'm about as boring as watching coral grow. Tell me about your magic. Oh, I don't much like to brag about things like that. I'm not asking you to brag, I'm asking you to tell me what you can do. My major areas of focus have been preservation, concealment, and healing. Arts that have served me well in this new-founded life as a peripatetic prey animal. I don't know what that means, never seen it before. Sages study all kinds of magic, but as a chronicler, I wanted magic that would help me see more, archive more, protect objects of historical value. Seeing as I feel like an old relic in need of some protection, my skills suit me well. Can you teach me anything? Sure. I can show you how to blend your own inks, train birds to think they're your mum, how to turn a goat into parchment. Wow. I'm sure you prefer to learn some magic. School of Ink and Quill is still mattered. I'd maybe more tight-lipped, but we're going to travel together. You should know how to mend wounds, especially if I'm killed. I know the edict still looms, but if you have a few hours, I could show you the basics of healing magic, or at least how I learned it. Yeah, hold the goat. Yeah, I think I will, Dilshu. Yeah, why not? All right, so I like this because you can balance. Because we could essentially kind of like screw the whole game of like fairly early on by not doing this in time. I don't think I'm gonna do this just yet because we've already got the healer. I'm focused on other things. So even though I think my character would like to, we've already wasted a couple hours. Well, not wasted, but used a couple hours with him looking at that note and stuff. So yeah, I think this can wait. We can do it later, I reckon, because he's going to be in our party again, isn't he? Obviously, the sooner you learn it, the sooner you can start leveling it and stuff. But if I wanted to be a healer, I would have picked a healer at the start. So the time limit isn't too tight. Yeah, but it's still there, right? Plus, Litzel, I mean, you're very meta, okay? Because my character doesn't know that. To my character, she's going to die in 8 days. So I got to think of that as well. You can't pick a healer at the start. You can't. That's not obvious. But anyway, we're gonna do it. Indeed, it's a finite appetite for discussing myself. I am more than sated. Let's us press onward. How do you do that? Verse looks at you with a quizzical expression. Do what? Back at the Arkan's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Well, I've done it before. I don't know why I didn't realize it earlier. You proclaimed the Edict of Stone in Azure. It blighted the entire realm, all to destroy the rebellious Arkan. I can't believe that was you. I'm going to nod silently, I guess. I mean, it was me, but I don't think I'm like, yeah, that's me. So I'm going to nod silently. Well, call me impressed. Considered that you've read the words of Kairos more than once. I'm surprised that you're even alive to tell of it. Your vocal cords should have turned to ash by now. I'm not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognizing what you've done. Not only are you Tyrannon's Fatebinder, you're the mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places, and I want to see where they lead. I have some questions for you, though.
What do you need?
Are you a spy for the Voices of Narat? First regards you with an unreadable expression. Her mismatched eyes look at each of yours in turn. I mean, does it even matter? You have to decide for yourself whether or not I'm worth trusting. Right, we can ask her later. Hey, Kiwi. Is keeping me along worth the risk that I spill the occasional word about what you ate for breakfast? The Voices of the Rat is the Arkan of secrets, not the Arkan of honesty and fair dealings. If you don't assume that everyone already reports to him, you're not being careful enough. Alright, tell me about yourself.
If you insist. I'm a Scarlet Fury. That should raise some flags for you. It means that I'm good at killing, and more importantly, that I enjoy it. What I won't enjoy are the pleasures of funerary rites packed with weeping mourners. Someday I'll fall in battle, and then they'll roll me into a mass grave or heap me atop a shit-stained wagon. One more anonymous, knife-riddled piece of meat. Until then, I plan to take whatever I can from life and have a little fun along the way.
Tell me about your life in the chorus. Life? What life? As far as I'm concerned, I didn't exist before the chorus. There was some girl on a farm wearing my face and talking with my voice, but she wasn't me. Sometimes she would sneak out at night like a scythe. Take a scythe, have some fun with the livestock. Our shared interest began and ended there. Wow. When the Scarlet Chorus swept through my village on their long trek from the Bastard City, it was when I finally woke up. I buried my old life, took red vengeance on anyone who'd wronged me, found the freedom I could only dream was out there. So she's always been a bit psychotic. So she's quite happy now that she gets to kill everything and she wants to. Brilliant. I'm not going to ask about her parents. Well, okay, I will get there, but I don't think she'll really have a lot to say. My mother ran a successful farm, and I worked it for a number of years before I found the chorus. She was a hard, bitter woman, acted like the world owed her something. She never talked about my father, though I figured out a thing or two about him later on. He was a merchant from the North Empire who took a liking to her, and she him. He stayed around only long enough to get what he wanted. But never mind him. My mother never had what you would call taste, so he couldn't have been terribly influential to me if he did stick around. Did you ever wish you could do things over and end up somewhere other than Kyrus's army? That's a naive question as I ever heard. Kyrus is everywhere. If you aren't in the Overlord's army, you're being trampled by it. Of course, I could have laboured on the family farm into my maturing years, married some dolt and littered him with a nursery of squealing piglets. Having my body torn to pieces by smaller versions of me sounds like fun. Then, one day, I decided enough was enough. I'd slit my husband's throat over breakfast and run off to join the chorus. Anyway, my ways saved a lot of time. Whew, okay. Yeah, I think you're a killer. Better stick to the chorus. Least you understand. The chorus praises and rewards the thing inside me that I would suppress in civilized company. Life's too short to repress every desire, right? Especially if I have anything to say about it. So how did you get conscripted? Yeah. How did I think you have the wrong idea about me. The chorus didn't take me as a sobbing maid. I strode into their camp and enlisted. Someone tossed me a dented blade. I lived through the initiation, spent a week butchering my neighbours, and moved on with my new kin. I didn't waste my time with goodbyes. My mother had long since died, and the rest of my family were louses. The girl I used to be, even she knew she was worth more than all of them combined. Tell me about your feathers. Nope. Oh, I don't tell that story to just anyone. You'll have to bottle me up before we get to reality of the really intimate details. Very well. And this guy.
Fatebinder, you look like you need to talk. What can I do for you?
I'd like to know more about you. I'm the line your enemies cannot cross. Well, we hope so. Well, the details are meaningless, but I suspect you have some thirst for detail, so ask away. Tell me about your name first. Barrick. Yeah, it's Kana. Barrick is a shortening of my northern surname, which has been passed down through the generations since Graven Ash assembled his army. I go by it because I wear it with pride. The proper form is Barrickonen. Beyond its age and association with the General's Legion, the name of Barrickonen has no great titles or associations. I hold no claim to a great house or legacy, save for the disfavored. They are all the kin I need. So did you seek the trade of war, or did it find you? Both, I suppose. I knew fighting was in my blood, and the disfavored offered me a chance to use my skills to bring peace. Otherwise, I'd have wound up some brigand or enforcer and to a crooked merchant. You think Ash and his legion bring peace? That's cute, but it doesn't hold water from where I'm standing, big guy. I've seen them spill as much blood as any chorus gang. Certainly been too busy sacking villages and stealing crops to notice how a proper army conducts a war. We sow order, not discord. So Verse has a point that his favoured could reconsider their approach. Barrick is right, the Scout Chorus is too chaotic to recognise order. Well, that's true. I don't think that would really offend Verse, because it's too chaotic. I mean, they have a bit of order, I guess, but you two are worse than Ash and the Voices. Stop this at once or say nothing. I can tell them both to shut up. Children get moody when you pick sides. Yes. Loyalty and fear with Verse and Barrick. Speaking ill of the great general is not wise when I'm in earshot, Fatebinder. Well, I didn't. I just... I told you both to shut up. Hey, the boss has a point. Trading jabs is fun, but it's not going to get us anywhere. May I continue my story, or do you plan on interrupting again? Barak waits until Verse makes a rude, dismissive wave before continuing. The disfavored needed recruits in anticipation for the march south. They offered to care for my mother and brother as long as I stayed in the Legion, which is a better guarantee than you'll find anywhere else. I was an elite fighter as far as most were concerned, though still green by disfavored standards. Luckily for everyone, my skills improved under the Iron Marshal's rigorous training. So what's the story with your armor?
It is a symbol of Kairos' will, one that I am not likely to forget. I found this armor. Perhaps it would be better to say that it found me during the Edict of Storms.
Tell me what happened. When we heard that Kairos would proclaim the edict, we rushed into the field of battle to battle the forces of Stalwart. I was shoulder to soldier with some of the Legion's most decorated veterans. My pride blinded me to the danger. Our match was a hasty one. A cohort of disfavored soldiers vanished in the second year of the war. Among them, the daughter of Graven Ash. After a long silence, we learned that she was held in the fortress of Sentinel Stand. As we surrounded the citadel, I heard the opening peals of thunder, as did the scout I was too busy trying to kill. When the winds hit like an avalanche. Many of us begged Tyrus for deliverance. What else were we to do? The winds knocked the legs off our offense out from under us. All the decorated soldiers I brought to the battle were swept up and dashed to pieces, their armor and bodies mixing with the dirt of a tornado that spun in maddening revolutions. Damn thing chooses the moment to go dry, with so few survivors to recount the edict. Bah! Lantry shakes his quill and presses it harder against the scrap of parchment, imploring it to write. A piece of the citadel wall broke off and nearly crushed my skull. I only remember a few scattered moments from the storm, like the flying bits of bronze and iron cutting my flesh, the severed limbs of falling soldiers tumbling through the air. Eventually I woke up, thinking myself trapped under the rubble. When I rose, I felt that I was bucking under my own weight. That's when I realized I was stuck, right and truly stuck, inside this heap of scrap. How did you survive when everyone fell? That is a mystery to me as well. Did Kairos hear my plea for mercy? Did this heap of scrap metal protect me or imprison me? Punish me? Here was the back of his helmet with a gauntleted hand. A pantomime gesture of his armor prohibits. I don't have enough fingers or toes to count the possible reasons, so I try not to dwell on them. Yeah. You generally stuck in there? Haven't tried taking it off? I've made attempts in the past. Even had one of the beast haulers pull on the helmet while another pulled on my boots. The men in the phalanx have taken great pleasure in trying to find ways to liberate me. In time, I grew weary of the struggle. Sometimes I fear that removing the armor would be to question Kairos' judgment and risk a more odious curse. Looks like pretty solid protection. That would be an understatement. It only protects me. If only it protects me from foolish questions. Barak regards you in such a way that you can't tell if he's rolling his eyes. A fall-on sigh escapes his helmet. Do you handle your own repairs? Try to keep the surface oiled to slow the spreading rust, and I bend the plates from time to time. But repairs? Maintenance? No. If you have any ideas about how to better maintain this situation, I'm open to discussing them. Maybe that's how this guy not levels up, but gets better equipment by upgrading his suit. It's like in Planescape Torment, when pretty much a couple of the characters come with items that you can't get rid of, like there's a floating skull, and so he doesn't have any items, so the skull itself upgrades. So this is kind of the same thing. Yeah. So what happened to Ash's daughter after the edict hit? She was trapped behind the walls of Sentinel Stand, imprisoned by Kairos' storm as well as the fortress itself. 1,000 soldiers standing soldier to soldier could not have endured those winds to rescue her. Did you grow up in the Northern Empire? That's right, I grew up in Battle's Rest, then trained at Fort Resolution before they marched me out to support the second cohort. I hope to spend my rusting years in Fretton Shores, unless of course I die in glorious battle, which would be preferable. My mother is good with the soil, my father with rings. He spends much of his time away on one merchant's errand or another. Still, I'm lucky to say they're both alive. I think that might do for now. Let's discuss some immediate concerns. What do you think of our circumstances? The edict left little room for confusion. A representative of the Overlord must breach Ascension Hill before Kyrus' Day of Swords, and must assume death is the price of failure. We must assist the disfavored in their siege preparations, as only the Legion should take the Well's fortified citizen. I wouldn't wager a wooden ring on the Scarlet Chorus impressing anyone but the vultures. Alright, we'll talk later.
Let's be off.
So... talk to him, talk to you. Yeah, Mart's a great character. I think I've seen these guys before. Maybe not, actually. Look what we have here. The Fate Binder finally shows herself. I'm Reg, the second soldier climbs in. This is Baz. We were wondering whether you might pay the camp a visit. The Fifth Eye has been a little starved for attention. He orders us to watch you like a troublesome babe. Make sure you don't get out of line. I bet these two are trainers. Something like that. If you have any questions, ask us. Good luck finding anyone else in the camp who'll give you answers, or even smile. Tell me about yourself, Baz. I was a sellsword at the beck and call of fat merchants, just another dented face in the crowd. After too many years of spilling blood in local skirmishes, I realized I was only killing time. And Kyrus showed me a better way, unity, purpose. Now I fight for something, not just someone. Been watching the Scarlet Furies practicing my blade work. Not good enough to join them yet. I bet I could show you a thing or two. Oh, really? See what you can teach me. Let's dance, Binder. I don't need any of this, though. But, oh, you guys do, of course. You know, I could train you in that. And this. Cool, so we can all train in stuff. Oh, cool. We got a bit of favour here. These rations are foul. Taste it. Can't tell if it's poison or mold. Heard that our watches has spotted his favoured scout by the grain stores. You don't think... I feel fine. Maybe it's a herb or to slow my hand in battle. Sabotage is a coward's weapon. Maybe it's just gone bad. Seeing you, Reg pockets his rations without taking a bite. Fatebinder? Alright, tell me about Reg. I had a family, a farm. And then the chorus came and, well, now I have the chorus. Priorities change when you hear screams in the night and feel a blade pressed to your neck. Things like farms or families don't seem as important. I used to have nightmares thinking about the culling. The culling. When the Scarlet Chorus conscript a village, they hold a ceremony known as the culling. Every able-bodied man, woman and child is given a weapon and forced to fight their family and friends to the death. Those who survive are deemed strong enough and free from all ties to join the army of the Voices of Narat. Oof, wow. I don't think they are, FK. Felt awful remembering how I hacked my ma and patted Dad to bits just so I could survive. His eyes shadowed for a moment with sorrow, taking a feverish gleam. The Fifth Eye heard me howling one night, pulled me out of the horde, and took an interest in me. Now I'm studying magic, calling fire from nothing. If my ma and pa could see me now, they'd be so proud. Show me what your Fifth Eye's been teaching you. Law? Yeah. Law's important. There, one more. There we go. Alright.
Let's be off.
Yeah, let's. Well, law affects, like, how good your spells are, so... As I'm a spellcaster. Good job, save. Actually, do a proper save. So... That's where we're going. 9 hours. So that's a side quest. Nothing to do with what we've just been talking about. Let's go and do this first. Probably gonna get stopped halfway, like here. Oh. I was wrong. Fake limp. Yeah, I'll have these. Now, I must make sure that we start using these things in combat.
Let's be off.
Reinforcements? Finally! Come this way. We need to... The chorus warrior pumps his tattooed arm in salute. Midway through the gesture, a look of confusion dawns across his painted face. Sister Verse? What did I do to deserve such a helping hand? A chuckle escapes the man before he shudders, placing a hand over his mouth. At once alert of the need to remain quiet, his voice drops to a harsh whisper. The fifth eye has a sense of humor, sending you. Verse returns a cold glare, but says nothing. Wait, you two know each other? This one used to run with my pack until he left for Death Snell's gang. Motherless swine didn't even have the guts to fight me for the right to leave. He just packed up and left with his coward's tail between his fat legs. A wise move at that. How many have you lost under your command so far? He holds up a hand, stifling a smile. I misspoke. I'm sure you only got most of them killed. You can't rule out a death by their own incompetence. Seems Death Knell didn't take my advice to have you gelded to curb your outbursts. So again, we've got this apologize now thing. Maybe we should go with this, you know. Maybe we should, because we don't want to fight here. We're obviously trying to be quiet, and these guys having a bit of a duel over an old score. Not really why we're here. Alright. With a swift, confident strike, you advance on Fake Limp and grip his neck before I can step away. His stance wobbles as you clench down on his throat. He presses his arms against you, desperate to push you away. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. At last he tears himself away from your grasp, gasping for air and clutching his throat. I'm sorry, Mistress Verse. I did not mean any disrespect. Of course you did, but I couldn't care less. Just know this, you're not good enough to do it to my face. Clean yourself up. Apologies, I've been in the fields for weeks answering to no one. I've forgotten my place. The camp is just yonder. He points to the northeast. Ah, this way. And we've kept an eye on them for the past couple of days. Some of them have left a few hours ago. Looking for food, maybe out on patrol, but they haven't returned yet. Might be wise to strike now while divided. How did you find this place? Happy accident of sorts. He points east towards the mountains. We're up in the mountains with orders to keep the Oathbreakers in and keep any would-be allies out of the valley. Strangest thing happens. Tremors hit the pass, and tremors lasted a bit, so I figured they were magical, but they weren't. No sign of Earthshakers or anybody. Figured we didn't have to watch the pass no longer, so we're headed down the slope back to the camp. New fish in the gang's got good eyes, and she spotted the campfires up on high. We got curious, swung this way, and that's pretty much how we got here. Leave them to me. My gang and I will lurk nearby. When you make your move, we'll descend and help with capturing Florian. Don't worry. I'll let the others know you did the heavy lifting. I'll cheat a battle, but not with my reputation. Stuff and things and stuff. So, I'm wondering how to go about this.
Interesting.
Cool. A dagger. Let's have a look at that. Oops. Oh, you can drive this whole thing. Nice. Doesn't do too much. Melee attack 6 to 8 slash, accuracy plus 10. Alright, so it is better in melee, but obviously this is a ranged attack as well, so. Good little find. Just shove a lot of stuff in here. Make sure everyone's got quick items. Good interface, this. Very easy to swap things between characters. Yeah, it does. I don't think it fits him, really. I don't think it... I know it's behind the chat. But I don't think it really fits his character, to be honest. He seems like he's not as frail as you'd think he sounds. What do the mushrooms do, though? I think these mushroom... bring someone back from the dead or something? Taken before falling unconscious, the spores of the waking death mushroom guarantee to revive the imbiber with a fraction of their full health. So, if you take this just before you die, will revive when defeated for 120 seconds. The waking death, I know. Maybe I'll give that to you. We could try and sneak in, but I don't think we will. Can I get past all this? Where are we going? Oh, okay. We have to go this way then.
There! See that?
Shh. Ooh. Staff of the Boreal Forest. That sounds like something my main character would want. And a bronze axe. Let's pop that in there as well. Grab these. Fine. And so that for you. It does more damage than Red Rivers. It seems better. Give that to you. And this, let's see. Yeah, better, I think. Well, one's the lesser staff and one's the staff, so I'm assuming it's better. Very slow. Yeah, it looks like it. What, you mean the staff? The axe? Yeah. But does more damage. Yeah, the axe is slow. And she's more of a quick attacker, isn't she? It's an axe though, you know? But this one's... How is the lesser staff better than the actual staff? I don't get it. Especially when the staff is fine as well, because it does less damage. Its recovery is a lot less though, isn't it? So its DPS is more, so I guess... Still, it's just weird how it's better, but it's a lesser one. Well, you know.
Let's be off.
Oh, the other stuff is worse. Yeah, because of the green numbers, right? When you compare them. Because the staff does more DPS, yeah. Yeah.
No can do.
Yeah. Oh, we're fighting. Oh, okay. Look at this. All right, get in there. You guys get in there.
Heads up. We have
Can't remember how to do this. It's been a couple of weeks.
company. Falls out of
God damn it! They're just freaking. They've already got past us, by the way. Okay. Hey, Spike. That's really cool.
on it.
You switch over to... I forget how to do his, Just a range attack, though. Why do you keep running in? Ow!
I'll be filling that one for a bit.
Yeah. Alright, take... Target is compelled to attack Barrack for a short time. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Nice. So your battle stance, now that we've got that, it shouldn't be dodge. Oh, hang on. Adds bonus damage to your next attack. Yeah, that's what we want. The accuracy, I think, is what I want to go with.
I see.
No, we don't need to do that.
There.
Don't need to do that. Don't need... Well, dodge? Nah. He's fine.
I'll tear your skeleton out.
Okay, yeah. Wow. Gibbed. Okay. We got through that. Oh, traps.
You didn't see nothing.
stepping lightly.
None.
Let's be off. You see what I see? I'd have it no other way.
So they're going to see us, but we've got them. Already at disadvantage, right? You move here. Stop hiding.
Trouble is ahead.
Wait for the phone. Stop hiding.
Await my signal.
Not so fast.
Oh, very smart.
Consider it done.
Oh, you ran to it. So he's almost done. I've got a hobble somewhere. Oh, we could coordinate with Verse to take out him. Let's do that. That's awesome. If we get it to work.
Can't take much more
Oh,
of
god
this.
damn it.
Sorry.
Maybe we can do it now?
I'm going down!
Oh, for God's sakes.
Ready?
Yeah, healing.
Kitty, you won't enjoy
Wow.
this as much as I do.
I think we got this. Wake up. You're fine. Yeah, we'll just put them in the stash.
Affirmative.
Thanks, Kiwi. Don't know how well I did, really. Still getting to grips with stuff, you know. I've saved. Couldn't possibly have got over that, could we? Impossible. Yeah, the couple of things are a really nice addition. For sure. All this combat, but it's gonna end up with like a conversation. Indeed, here we are. This looks like a trap. Just being that way?
I'd say that's worth a
Nope,
second
no,
glance.
damn it. Hopefully we can stay here afterwards. The Overlord's peons have arrived. Blades up. Flax in hand and ready for battle, the Veldrin Guard captain bellows orders to the warriors in his camp, dressed in tarnished bronze and sporting countless scars from across his arms. Pilon Florin towers over his peers. If you value your life, drop everything and flee, or stand and fight. I'm happy with that option too. Just seemed unsporting for me to suggest it. Surrender now and I can protect the lives of you warriors. I like this one, but I don't think we're going to be too frivolous, quite a serious character. Surrender? To you and what army? We have you outnumbered. You're the one who should be interested in avoiding a fight. Okay, we got this one. If you surrender, we will take you to see the voices of Narat. A poison blade could be tucked in your boot. We're not a liar, though, so... Run now, and I'll tell the others you died. It's not going to work, is it? Chorus knows I'm here. Mob will follow. Surrender now. If you surrender, I can assure your crew's safety. I can appeal to you. Can I appeal to your good nature? Hiya, Roger. How goes? How are you? Fairly sure that it's going to end up in combat whatever, but I'll go with this one. So you're just the welcoming party. In that case, time is of the essence. Now, the giant man whistles in a shrill, sustained note that pierces your ear and echoes off the foothills of the east. In a rehearsed union, the warriors of his crew follow along, sounding their signal for all in the area to hear. So we should have had friends coming in. Okay, combat started. Okay, we got some loot there. Mustn't forget that. Bit cold. So I hear. That's a thing, yeah. Okay, we need to. Okay, already doing that. No, don't go in there. That's not going to work on him. Make sure that's attacking you, or he's attacking you.
Wrecked.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was a trap. I knew it was a trap. Don't need that yet. You get some heals on the go. Yeah, it's a trap. Okay, thanks.
Will do.
You want what? Wearing the right equipment to use this ability. I thought it was a I thought it must have picked up a spear rather than a javelin or something. Right, heal yourself. Right, you guys are actually beating him, which is good. Like, have some... Yeah, that. That's good. Don't think we need that. Extra armor.
You learn something every day. Oh,
Stop running in again.
damn thing couldn't pierce cloth.
She's taking a beating.
On my command!
Oh, damn it. Yeah, Roger, it was. Yep. We've lost our healer. I've almost got rid of him. Everyone gonna die.
They won't even get close.
Trying to get rid of him, and then maybe all this stuff can. Wow. All this stuff can happen. Oh, good. Right. Okay, we got him. Everyone get him.
Oh, someone.
So really, these guys are utterly wrecking us. You're almost dead. You're full health. Full health. Full health. Yeah, it is. Especially since I knew it was a freaking trap as well. You know, I mean... That's AoE, but it's not really going to help us. Get rid of this guy.
Sorry, stitch me up. I better not wake up dead.
Take me if you can!
Does that work?
I got it.
Okay. There's another one.
I got it.
Yeah, me too, Kiwi, because this is rough. Well, okay, we lost.
I'll hit you twice as hard next time!
So, I mean, he's like really good as a tank, obviously. Just not a bit of damage as well.
Take me if you can!
Yeah, they ambush me after you ambush me. Yeah, that's true. I like how you level up as you kind of do stuff as well. Yeah. It's rough. Like, he's still got that going, you know, I mean... But it seems a little pointless. What if he could attack them, you know? Oh, they're doing that.
Can't even lift my feet!
No way to speed up time. Oh, well, nice try. Didn't even kill one of them after all that, but no. He is the tank. Okay, kill
I
one,
will aid
fine.
you. My armor is dented. Let me repair it.
I wish I could, like, you know...
My insides are burning.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Archon, lend me your strength.
Alright, well. That was a bit rough. Yeah, Faustgeld. The tank does seem really, like, massively more powerful than everyone else. It does seem to be a thing. Like, you saw how much longer he lasted without any healing or buffs or anything. Well, I was healing the potions, but you know. Learning opportunity. Yes, indeedy. That's what it was. That's it. We'll try that again next week, because yeah, that is me done for this stream, I'm afraid, for this session of Tyranny, if you're watching on the V streams. Cheers very much for doing so, and toodaloo.